Hi, my name is Ali, and today I'm going to show you how to optimize your Arts Directory profile so that you can make the most of your membership and get found for more of the opportunities that you want to get involved in. We're going to go through this demo profile that I set up in our last video, and in that video we went through the member dashboard, which you can access by clicking edit my profile here. We went through the dashboard, the profile info, your subscriptions, orders, and the help section. And if you need more help there, if you want to refresh, you can go back and watch that video. It's accessible in this help section or in your welcome page, which also is linked in here. But today the focus is all about ensuring that you can use the information you put in this profile to create a captivating story that helps you reach the right people. And that means understanding what you want to get out of this profile before you begin. Now, before we create all of this and put it all together, I want you to have a think about the sorts of opportunities and the direction you want to go with your creative work, whether that be music or film or writing or artwork. I want you to think about that and have that in the back of your mind when you're filling all of this out. Let's go through a quick recap. Our demo artist, Marie Oliver, known as Mo Oliver, creates visual artwork that uses colour, contrast and patterns to create an illusory effect. And you can see how we've portrayed that here through the striking use of imagery by customising these things. They're nice, crisp, professional images, even though they're demo images. They've been resized to fit the space, 600 by 400 pixels. There is a separate video on how to do that if you need to go check it out. But we've also really put a lot of effort into telling a story about who Mo is and what she creates so that we can build that bridge between your work and your audience. The best profiles, they tell a story. And in this directory, we've tried to give all sorts of creative space to tell everyone who you are as an artist, whether you are a musician or a filmmaker or an arts practitioner. And to do that, I want you to think about the call-outs you want to go after and ask yourself, does the information I put in here align with those opportunities? The bio section and the About My Work section, these are commonly misunderstood, and it's tempting just to add the minimum amount of information here and let the imagery do the talking, but this is a huge missed opportunity. As an arts copywriter, I know how powerful your words are in creating a window into your practice and giving people a way to relate to you in your work. Yes, there is space below to list the opportunities that you want to get, that you're interested in and you want to get involved in, but why not outright say it here? So your bio is a space to give people an insight into who you are as an artist by providing that information about your background, your education, your awards, your achievements, any prestigious projects that you've been a part of, any other details that are relevant to the work you've created and what you want to do. And as you can see here at the end, she's written, I'm interested in creating new large-scale public installations that challenge people to think differently. So she actually outright says what she wants to be doing. In the About My Work section, this is really the focus here is on giving people an insight into your art or your music or your films or your books and the stories that you write, and tell people what's unique about it, who's it for, what's your process, your influences, the impact you want it to have on the viewer. It's all about inviting people to feel and engage in your work so that they can draw their own meaning from it. And you can see here that Mo's work, she goes into the inspiration, she goes to a little bit about what the work is involved, what she does with it. And it's one thing to see these and go, oh, they look lovely. But then when you read that, you go, oh, I actually really understand where she's coming from with this. And it gives you an idea of how she creates the work, and that enables you to relate to it in new ways. Then when we've got this bottom section, we have opportunities to put in all sorts of socials and websites and further links. But what I want you to do when you're going through here is to think about cultivating the information in these links to highlight what kind of creative you are. So it's one thing to put all that beautiful information up the top there in your bio and your artist statement sections, but then when they jump onto your Instagram, they don't want to see something that conflicts with that. So we want to make sure that your storytelling is consistent across the board, that there's not just personal page with a picture of your cat. Because, for example, when we're hiring bands, and promoting them as part of our events. We don't just want to be, sharing your socials and your videos. We want to be able to get people excited by who you are, what sound you create, the vibe. And that means having like a bio and a range of different like band shots and live videos that we can share to really get people engaged in it, especially for local acts that people don't know. So I want you to consider the information you put in here and then go and do an audit of your social media and all of the links that you put in here so that you can make sure that you're getting people excited by who you are and what you're creating and it's consistent with the storytelling that you put on this. Now you can go through and update this very regularly, and what I would recommend that is if you go through and find an opportunity on the event section and apply for, go back and review this before you submit your profile to say, I am really interested in this. Does this profile tell that story as well? And if it doesn't, maybe you should make some tweaks and add some different images and tweak this stuff. And if you get stuck, please feel free to reach out and use this video and the information that we've put on here as a guide to you creating your own profile. So from there, as members, you also get access to all of the call outs. If you're not a member and you're searching for call outs, you'll be able to see them but not access them because it's a member only feature. So if you jump in here, you could be able to read it through, find the submission info, and then respond in the way that the person who's created the call out wants you to respond by following their instructions. As this builds, it's fairly new. We've only got a couple of things in here at the moment. You'll be able to get a good gauge on what kind of opportunities are coming through so that you can also cultivate the work that you put in your public page, and then make sure that you're making use of this profile so that it gives you the best results. And with anything, the more you put in, the more you get out. So the more you share other people's profiles, the more that you promote your own profile, the more that you're really contributing by sharing your own events and doing all of those things within this, the bigger the better it will be. So I really hope that you can take something from this and create a beautiful profile that tells your story and really showcases your work in the best light. But if you have any questions and you want to get in touch with us, you can email admin@assortedgrains.org.au. Happy creating! Talk to you soon. Bye.